What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everyone's doing alright out there. We're going to run through a bunch of recent news. I got a bunch of tabs open, so we'll see where this video takes us. We'll touch on XRP, HBAR, Casper, and a few others if we have time. So first up, we've discussed Archax before. We're on their website, the first registered crypto exchange in the UK, so they are ISO 2700 certified. And this ISO certification is an international standard to manage information security. And as we scroll down, we can see they support a variety of different assets. We have XRP, DOT, etc. And if we come up to the business tab, we can click invest and get a look at some of their tokenized funds. So we know Aberdeen on Hedera's governing council, and we also have BlackRock. We know recently that some of these funds were tokenized on Ethereum as well as Hedera. And I also want to refer back to this piece of news that came out this month, Ripple and Archax expanding their partnership to bring hundreds of millions of dollars in tokenized real-world assets to the XRP ledger over the next year. So definitely looking forward to these institutions being able to utilize the XRP ledger to tokenize their assets. Asset tokenization isn't going away, and just thinking about a variety of networks and general interoperability between all of them. I don't believe these networks are going away. Can it be volatile? Can we see crazy price swings in either direction? Absolutely, but the future is going to be multi-chain. Next up, a few quick things for Algorand. We can see ALGO Bharat shared the successful results of the faculty development program in Bengaluru and surrounding areas. Professors of computer science from 30 universities underwent training on blockchain development, enabling them to create their very first smart contracts. And for anybody curious, we have Algorand developers putting out a 36-minute developer update highlighting AlgoKit 2.0 and different updates. We have Python and Algorand being able to natively build dApps, which is huge, and Python is a huge AI language. We have new product launches and more. Alright, and really quick for the Bitcoin weekly price chart, we can see we've been in this range since the all-time price for almost 100 days, between 73,700 to 56,000. We can see our last pullback in April was a perfect backtest on the 21-week EMA. So basically, for the entire altcoin market, if Bitcoin pulls back here as Bitcoin dominance stays the same or climbs, alts get hit a lot harder, and that's why I just want the first major move in all-time highs a lot sooner. So basically just awaiting for confirmation for Bitcoin to draw its first major moves in all-time highs, that first fat monthly candle surpassing the previous cycle top, which we've seen during the past cycles, but we haven't seen it for this cycle. And that doesn't mean the altcoin market and different assets can't recover or draw sharp retracements, but I'm looking for the first major moves for actual confirmation, especially considering the previous alt seasons. So I'm patiently and impatiently waiting for the big moves in the altcoin market, which we've historically seen during the past two cycles. Am I tired of waiting? Yes. Will I wait as long as it takes? Yes. So of course guys, not financial advice. I'm never telling anybody what to believe. I'm sharing my beliefs and why I have them, and we can agree or disagree. So whether you think crypto goes to zero or experiences another bull run, all good. At this point, until we see Bitcoin break out of this range that I previously shared, I'm just hoping that we can see Bitcoin draw its first major move well before elections. Alright, next up for Hedera. So they recently joined the Information Sharing and Analysis Center, ISAC. A new association aimed at advancing security initiatives, enhancing trust, and driving adoption is a founding member. And this is alongside a lot of other large organizations like Circle, Coinbase, Consensus, we have Solana Foundation, Fireblocks, Kraken, and more, to collectively drive the global adoption of DLT through collaborative efforts to strengthen the Web3 ecosystem, sharing information, mitigating risk, and creating a trusted environment for all. So I'll definitely be keeping tabs on this association because they do have a lot of large partners, and just looking at Sandsmith, we can see that Hedera is still up there, ranked number 2 in terms of 30-day development activity. Also, for anybody curious, Generation Infinity shared an amazing interview recorded over at Consensus with Hedera. This is 27 minutes long. It's a really good watch if you have time. They discuss the tokenization of everything, RWAs, supply chains, discussing how developers have been growing. They also explain that all of the transactions on Hedera's mainnet are real transactions from applications on the network. They're also now seeing growth in HTS transactions instead of just Hedera Consensus Service transactions, and also highlighting Hedera being one of the top projects with real usage and diversifying revenue streams being a really good thing. Going over interoperability being everything for the future, allowing networks to connect seamlessly and safely. And one other thing that caught my attention if you watch this full thing is they mention really important innovations coming on the tech side that they'll be going to market with. So pretty curious to what that could be. Next up, shared by Good Morning Crypto, the SEC may not appeal the Ripple XRP case ruling, and here's why. So he shares this clip right here of the former SEC division chief explaining why the agency may not appeal the Ripple ruling later this year. In quotes, there's some speculation that the SEC might just let the Ripple opinion stay there as a district court opinion, not risk elevating it to a circuit level. So that's some speculation. I really hope that Brad Garlinghouse is right that the final verdict for the court case will come before September 21st. And the same thing for the market to wake back up in the future, considering Bitcoin, considering the ETH spot ETFs, and trading going live this summer according to Gensler. Alright, next up for Casper. If you have yet to watch this webinar recording, it is an absolute must-watch, tons of information. They go over a bunch of information, including a new partner for Prove AI, which leverages Casper Network, called Grayscale AI. So if you'd like to watch the full recording, you can go to Casper Labs' website, come up to Prove AI, and just click AI Compliance Webinar. They dive into a bunch here, and we can also see Sham over at IBM. So they go over the state of AI regulation, saying that the EU AI Act in the European Union is basically AI's GDPR moment, reviewing the key actors in global regulation. And this is really interesting, going over LLMs or large language models. They highlight in the enterprise space specifically, there are only about 2 million users using Enterprise GPT, with 3 billion people not being connected. And they go over the timeline for implementation, and fines for not complying with this are really large. They can be as high as 35 million euros, or up to 7% of your annual turnover. So this means that this is going to be taken really seriously in the future, and enterprises have to do this, referring to compliant use of AI and LLMs. They explain how important it is for human resources, healthcare, banking, finance. And just speaking about AI in general in the crypto space, the wave and the hype cycle is far from over. This sector is only going to be getting bigger, and regulation becomes even more important. So right here we have Casper Labs and IBM highlighting these features. We've gone over these before. And this is a really interesting part. We can see Prove AI right there, Watson X and Red Hat. Multi-party access and validation, any cloud and or on-prem. So we have third-party databases. We have 60 plus native connectors to ingest data, and native connectors to AI model providers, so some of the biggest already. So highlighting Prove AI, a new standard for AI governance. And we can see this case study right here that they go over with Grayscale AI. So this is AI-powered food inspection, explaining that all the food items for food manufacturers have all gone through food inspection costs, and they can prove it. And he says that all these systems drastically lower the cost to examine packaged goods using AI, and having a complete end-to-end trace, which is net more cost-effective than not using an AI governance tool. So definitely keeping tabs on Grayscale AI. So this is really important for Web3 in general, with crypto networks, to see that first aha moment with an enterprise application to demonstrate in a truly regulated way, an auditable manner, with systems in place that are already integrated with these other models, clouds, etc. When any application can demonstrate security, scalability, it can generate revenue or cut costs, that's going to be the true aha moments. And that's what's needed in this space, and for Casper Network specifically, whether it's Prove AI, any of their customers, Actis, etc. We'll cover more in future videos. We got a bunch to go over. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Huge thank you to all that hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.